guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review episode 3 of season 2 of Rap Shit. This episode is called Rough Road. Overall, I like this episode. I was gonna wait to watch it, but I just decided to watch it. I actually wish this episode was longer, but it was definitely a funny episode. A lot happened. So I'll just go through the episode real quick. So I'll speak about Mia first, and then I'll go into Shauna and Chastity. But yeah, so basically Mia, just the way the last episode ended, she basically got flued out by this rapper. I'm trying to remember if he was the same guy from last season. I remember the guy from last season did have dreads, but I thought he looked different. But this guy is fine. This guy is fine as hell. But so she's in Atlanta, of course. And so basically, she speaks to her friends about being flued out to this guy, and they're basically like, you have to lock this guy down, you gotta do these moves, all this stuff. Her friends are so funny. But he basically flies her out. He has a huge house. He has rose petals, and Mia right now, compared to Shauna, she's 2 for 2 with the sex scenes, because that sex scene was good. Yeah, I don't know, she tried to use her friend's suggestions, but he wasn't going for that. I guess he just was like, no, I'm the captain now, you're not in control, I'm in control. But later on, for me, I thought it was more of like a control thing. But later on, Mia basically said, like, this guy actually like looked me in the eyes and made love to me type of stuff. And so my whole thing is, as soon as I saw his house and how he looks and that he's a rapper, I feel like it's not going to end well at all. Like, I feel like he probably has a bunch of women on his roster. He's probably doing this to a bunch of women. I don't think it's going to last. And so when Mia, tells her friends, like, okay, he actually looked me in the eyes, this was weird. Because when she said weird, when she said the sex was kind of weird, my mind went somewhere else, like other places weird. But it was more, okay, he actually paid attention to me. And the girls are like, well, why are you complaining about this? Like, I guess you've been hurt so much that when a guy, quote unquote, cares about you or wants to make love to you, you feel that it's weird. So I feel like two things can be true. I think, for one, she has probably been in toxic situations, so with men. So when she has a guy who actually puts a little bit of effort in, it feels weird to her. But at the same time, I still don't think that this is going to end well. Even if the ending that happened, even if that didn't happen, I still don't think it was going to end well, So I understand her I understand her being alert. But what else happened with her? And so Lamont, her baby father, is out with their child, and he's on a play date with another woman and her child, and Mia didn't like that. And I was like, girl, how you gonna get mad? You're all the way in Atlanta with another guy. So, and her daughter was having fun. She didn't even really want to talk to her, so she didn't like that. And she didn't tell Lamont where she was. Her and the rapper guy, I gotta get his name, her and the rapper guy go out to the club, and they run into the singer rapper Black, and I guess he thought that Mia was the guy's ex, because I guess they look alike or whatever. So Mia asked about his ex, and he basically said he moved her in, and a week later he moved her out because he felt like she was using him, which to me was a huge red flag. How it's only been a week and you've already moved her out? Like, that just doesn't even seem right to me. How long was she your girlfriend? How long were you guys dating before you moved her in and then you kicked her out within a week? Like, that's just weird to me. Or did you meet her, move her in right away, and then got tired of her or saw what she was doing? Was it that bad for you to move her out? And why are you already moving her in if you just met her? I don't know. But so many questions. So to me, that was a red flag. And so then Mia just does the ultimate no-no at the end. And I kind of thought she was going to do this. She basically thanks him for flying her out, but then she sends a picture of him and her in the bed to him saying, got him. So she thought she was sending it to her friends. but she sent it to him, which I kind of thought she did. I was like, you didn't even get out of your message with him. You just sent it right to him. And I just don't get it. Maybe because I'm paranoid. When I send risky texts, like, I make sure I'm sending it to the right person. And that's a really risky text, especially since the fact he just told her that he broke up with the last girl because he felt like she was using him. So now you're, and at first I was a little confused because I thought that when I saw the picture, it looked like a club picture. Like, I thought they were in the club, and I'm like, oh, that's not that bad. But no, it was them in bed. So my whole thing is like, now he has an excuse to be toxic, because she's probably gonna explain to him like, oh, I didn't mean it like that, I really like you, blah 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 blah, and he might forgive her, but it's always gonna be in the back of his mind. And I feel like he's gonna use it as an excuse to fuck up. Like, he's gonna be like, if he ends up cheating or ends up moving her out, it's like, oh, well, here's the text, you were trying to use me, so you need to get out. So she should have just, I don't know, she should have just spoke to her friends instead of doing this. And I mean, honestly, I also think about that whole mindset of locking a guy down. I don't know, like, it's just how you do things. Like, you know, if she would have sent a text saying, oh, I think everything is good, or oh, I really like this guy, or I can see a future with this guy, that's better than taking a picture of him when he's asleep and then sending it to your friend saying got him. Like, that does look shady. And I'm trying to think because to me, I feel like Mia does like this guy, but I think she also likes what he represents. You know, he's rich. I don't think she's as birdish as her one friend or both friends, but I think she does like that lifestyle, you know. But I'm trying to remember if she's broke or not, because she's not as broke as Shauna, but I don't think she has a lot of money right now. So I really think it's like a combination, but I don't think she's exactly using him for everything right now. So I would like to see what happens next episode, what he's gonna say. He's fine as hell. He's just fine. Those are the type of guys you just have fun with. Like, unless you're okay with him stepping out or him having sex with other women, like, you can't take guys that look that good and have that much money serious at all. Like, look at him. He looks toxic and fine. But anyway, so now let's get to Shauna. So Shauna and Blue. Basically, this is following Shauna being disrespected and assaulted by that guy after their performance. Shauna's really, really broke right now. She also started her period. Also, Blue started her period. And it was kind of funny that Shauna was like, oh, it's like, girl, yeah, she's a woman. She still gets a period. And so Blue is having issues with the girls back home. I forgot Pretty V's name, but it seems like she's keeping the girls, like, she's upgrading the girls, and it's almost like we're having fun with this girl. Like, she got us new clothes and new wigs, and we're doing really good, and she's bringing us around different ball players. It's almost like Pretty V's about to be the new pimp, and this is just so sad on Blue's end, because it's like, girl, not only are you doing poorly with managing artists, you're doing poorly with managing the girls, okay? Like, you can't fail at both. Like, one thing needs to do good. Like, you need to succeed at least at one of these, but the fact that you're failing at both is not good at all. Blue did not have a good episode, but Blue was definitely looking out for Shauna with the whole stealing thing. She definitely thought ahead. Like she kept on telling Shauna, like, you gotta think ahead. Okay, we also have Maurice and Issa's brother. Everybody is just like, nobody trusts anybody at all, and this is why you don't get into crimes. I don't know, but I know it's kind of rude to say, because these people are like struggling, and that's why they're committing crimes. And I guess I didn't realize that. Maybe I did. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention that Maurice and the one guy are cousins. They're related. So we have that going on. So then basically the tour bus breaks down. And so they basically get lost. They end up on this racist white woman's property, I guess, and she threatens to shoot them, and they just have one of those moments where they're like, just like, shoot me, because they're done. They're at their wits end. And of course this white woman does absolutely nothing, and she ends up acting like they're the threat, like she wasn't just pointing a freaking shotgun at them. So this moment kind of brings them together, which is cool, I guess. It's like trauma bonding or something, I don't know. So they laugh about it, they learn more about each other. They've both been through a lot. We learn more about Blue, that she lost her mom at 11, and then she was taken in by her uncle, and then I don't know what age, but her uncle basically introduced her to the world of pimping. And so yeah, so Maurice is also facing federal charges. And then basically, again, him being shady. See, I told you he was shady last episode, or at least the first episode. And basically he calls Shauna, and she kind of admits to pushing him into the scamming, and they hang up the phone, and Maurice was recording the conversation. See, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. And what's crazy is that Shauna seems like the only person who's not being shady and who's not snitching, you know? It's Maurice and his cousin, because that was another thing. Maurice overheard his cousin throwing him under the bus. So I'm just like, these men are so weak. And I guess this kind of made me think about the whole no snitching thing. And I remember that was big when I was like in middle school. You know, there was always these debates about snitching, not snitching. And I think the original intent of the no snitching rule or whatever was more, if you're doing crimes, like if you're selling drugs, you're committing fraud with people, and you get caught, you shouldn't snitch on the people who are involved, you know? But after a while, it started to bleed into, oh, if you know, it doesn't matter what you witness. If you witness a murder, if you witness assault, arson, whatever, you don't snitch. And I'm like, I don't think that was the original intent. The original intent was something like this, you know, where y'all all did the crime. So like, why are you bringing other people into it, you know? So this episode was good. It was funny. It was probably my favorite so far. I liked it more than the first episode and second episode, because at least now Shauna and Blue have a better relationship, but Shauna is still in deep shit, so that's an issue as well. So tell me what you thought below. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to my next review. Thanks for watching.